In this lecture, I am going to discuss auxiliaries in Urdu Hindi. So, the auxiliaries verbs in Urdu Hindi play a crucial role in grammatical categories. So, they have the crucial grammatical role in Urdu Hindi. So, they actually express sometime for tense, for aspect, for mood, and modality. So, if you are attaching these auxiliaries into the main verb, so they express these features like tense, aspect, mood, and modality. And they help mark whether an action is ongoing, completed, possible, necessary, or permitted. So all these action is modified by these auxiliary verbs. And there are two main types of auxiliaries in Urdu Hindi. One is the tense auxiliaries, which shows the time and agreement in terms of present, past, and future. And the others are modal auxiliaries, which shows the attitude and modality. So they show the possibilities, obligation, ability, and permission. So these two types of auxiliary we will discuss in this lecture. So the tense auxiliaries are, so they play a crucial role to just expressing the time, reference, aspect, and agreement. So sometimes they reference the time, we refer the time like either it is the present tense, past tense, or the future tense, and they always change or inflect according to the agreement. Like with first person we have different auxiliary, for second person we have different auxiliary. Like मैं पढ़ता हूँ and हम पढ़ते हैं, वो पढ़ता है, वे पढ़ते हैं. So this kind of agreement we have with auxiliaries. Like if I am saying that मैं पढ़ता हूँ. So with the first person we have different types of auxiliary. When I am saying that वो पढ़ता है, वो पढ़ता है, so we have है, and हम पढ़ते हैं and वे पढ़ते हैं. So we have different types of agreement with the use of auxiliary. We are using different auxiliaries for the agreement person with the subject. So in terms of number, in terms of tense, in terms of person. So they serve as a copular element. So we are also calling it the copular verbs. So that combines with nominal predicate like adjective or party. So the auxiliary, so we are making the complex predicate. We are making the compound predicate with the help of auxiliary into the predicate. Like sometimes with the nominative predicate, sometimes with the adjective. So that the whole predicate has the different function in the sentence to distinguish between the grammatical categories. So they represent between present, past, future, and showing the agreement in terms of gender, number, and honorificity. Like we are using for the same person tum, like tum पढ़ते हो and आप पढ़ते हैं. So when we are saying tum for the singular, so we are using ho, tum पढ़ते हो. We are using for the singular आप due to the honorificity or due to some politeness or some respect. We are using आप पढ़ते हैं. For the singular person आप, we are using हैं auxiliary. So that is the agreement. So in the present we are using है, and in the past we are using tha, in the future we are using hoga, and it has the agreement according to different present number, honorificity, first person, second person, third person. So we have different types of modification in hai. Sometimes we are using hai, sometimes who, sometimes who. So that is the different. Tha, we are using thi, we are using the, and hoga has the agreement according to the hogi, honge. This kind of agreement we have. So these auxiliary can function both independently as couplas and in combination with main verb to express the tense and aspect distinction. So in some sentences they are using independently, like वो लड़का है. So there is no main verb, and sometimes we are also using with main verb, like लड़का खेलता है, लड़की खेलती है, बच्चे फुटबॉल खेलते हैं. So both possibilities are there. Either we are using independently or we are using with some other combination with main verb. So the further explanation, the hai marks the present tense or the current state, and it follows the nominal or adjective predicate and agree in numbers and non-diversity, but not in gender. Like in plural and honorific context, we are using hai become hai for the plural and both honorificity. Like uh, वो लड़क वो लड़का वो लड़का है and वे लड़के हैं. And for honorificity, we are using आप क्या कर रहे हैं. For the singular, आप we are using हैं. But in colloquial Urdu Hindi, hai may sometimes be omitted, especially in informal or the poetic register like wo khush, kya baat. This kind of sentence we are using in colloquial speech sometimes. Like so, ठीक सब ठीक. We are not using सब ठीक है, सब ठीक. So we are ellipse. So there is an ellipsis or omitting of the auxiliaries in some expression in the colloquial speech. सो वी आर एग्जाम्पल है द वो खुश है. सो एंड बच्चे स्कूल में हैं एंड ये किताब अच्छी है. सो है इंडिकेट द प्रेजेंट स्टेट ऑफ कंडीशन. इट often function as a copula linking the subject with a nominal or adjectival predicate. Like वो खुश है. So खुश है become the adjectival predicate. बच्चे स्कूल में हैं. ये किताब अच्छी है. Which so that is the function of auxiliary. Sometimes it function as independent, it occurs independently, and sometimes it occurs with other adjective or noun to function as nominal or predicatable adjective. Now we have another past auxiliary which is the tha. So the tha auxiliary marks the past time reference when something has happened in the past. So it indicates a state or condition that existed earlier. So it agrees in gender and number both. Like ladka, uh, for masculine singular we are using tha. लड़का खेल रहा था. लड़की खेल रही थी. लड़के खेल रहे थे. And लड़कियां खेल रही थीं. So this kind of agreement we have in terms of gender and number for the past. So we have tha, thi, the, and thi. And for plural, for singular honorific, we are using the. This the. For masculine plural, it is the. But for singular, in terms of honorificity, we are using the. Like आप वहां थे. आप खेल रहे थे. या आप पढ़ रहे थे. So for the singular, we are also using the for the in the honorific case. So here we have the sentence वो बीमार था, वो बीमार थी and बच्चे खुश थे. So that is singular masculine, that is singular feminine, and it is the plural. बच्चे खुश थे. So tha serves as the past tense marker expressing the state or event that have already occurred. So it is also used as a secondary auxiliary in compound tense like खाया था, had eaten, thereby linking aspect and temporal reference. So sometimes it actually occurred in compound as a compound verb, or we can say that as a complex predicate. So it is actually occur with the main verb or with some other adjective or nominal categories. But sometimes it also occurs separately in a sentence. And the third type of auxiliary is the future auxiliary hoga. So in the future auxiliary, so there is a whole process of making the future auxiliary. So in the base form in this auxiliary is ho, and we have changed in ga to express the number, gender, and person. So it marks time and express the expectation or prediction or assumption because it is actually used for the future time. So that's why it expresses expectation, prediction, and assumptions. So it agrees in gender and number like adjectives. So for masculine singular we are using hoga. For feminine singular we are using hogi. For masculine plural we are using honge. And for feminine plural, we are using hongi. And sometime that is also with honorificity, we are using like आप वहाँ होंगे, आप इस टाइम खेल रहे होंगे. So for singular honorific subject, we are using होंगे, which is actually used in the masculine plural होंगे. वो आएगा, वो आएगी, and वो खुश होंगे. So that is the ga, gi, and ge. So when we are adding आया plus होगा, so it become आएगा. वो आएगी and वो आएगी and वो खुश होंगे. So we are using here होंगे. That is the adjectival predicate. So the auxiliary hoga express the future certainty, probability, often combined with the main verb, with the verb in their infinitive and perfective forms. So it retains the agreement feature and can also express the epistemic modality like वो घर पर होगा. So this kind of sentence. So we are expressing by this future tense that function as a modality like वो घर पर होगा. So we are creating the when we are adding the this tense for future auxiliary with the main verb. So sometime the expression or the predicate function as infinitive or sometime as perfective. So that is another function of this. So we are talking about the function. So auxiliaries in Urdu Hindi play a crucial role in expressing tense, aspect, mood, and polarity, and they occur after the main verb, so or its participle or the infinitive forms, and inflect for number, gender, and sometimes honorificity also when we are using for some singular as a to express in more polite way. So we are using different types of auxiliary that might be the auxiliary we are using for plural. So their interaction with the main verb determine whether the clause expresses the ongoing, completed, or the potential action. So that's why. So in terms of agreement pattern, so auxiliaries in Hindi, Urdu, or Urdu Hindi agree with the subject in terms of logical subject or depending on ergativity. Like we have already discussed in many previous lectures. So when the subject is marked by ergative case, so the auxiliary verb will not agree with that particular subject. So in this case, it agree with the object. Like मैंने रोटी खाई. So in this verb, मैंने रोटी खाई थी. So in this case, the thee does not agree with मैं. It agree with the roti because it in the मैं we have ne marker which block the agreement. So it agree with the object in terms of number and gender, and sometimes with the honorificity also. So the agreement pattern is a key diagnostic for tense and syntactic structure. So we have like hai for the present auxiliary. So it agrees in terms of number, honorificity, but not in terms of gender. Like लड़की खेलती है, लड़का खेलता है. We are using same है and है. लड़कियां खेलती हैं and लड़के खेलते हैं. For the plural, we have different types of auxiliaries. And tha, which is the past auxiliary, so it agree with gender and number. And hoga, with the future auxiliary, agree with the gender and number. मैं वहां होऊंगा, तुम वहां होगे, and या तू वहां होगा, and वो वहां होगा. So in terms of number, person, it does not agree, but in terms of gender and number, it agrees. So note in ergative construction that we have discussed the perfective aspect and the name mark subject auxiliary agree with the object rather than with the subject that we already discussed. Like लड़की ने खत लिखा था. लड़की ने खत लिखा था. So in this case, tha is tha agree with the with खत. लड़की ने खत लिखा था या लड़की ने चिट्ठी लिखी थी. So it agree with the object, not with the subject, because it marked with the name. And we have also the negation in the sentence. So the auxiliary precedes, which precede the auxiliary, means negation occurs before the auxiliary. Like वो खुश नहीं है, वो खुश नहीं है, वो बीमार नहीं था, वो खुश नहीं होगा. So in this case, nahi occur before the auxiliary, nahi occur before the auxiliary, nahi occur before the auxiliary. So this placement differentiates the verbal negation of the predicate from the constituent negation of a specific element. So that means it actually negate to the auxiliaries, which has the main function in the sentence to describe the main state in the sentence. So in the explanation, we have nahi, always precede hai, tha, and hoga. So in compound verb construction, like nahi can appear between the main verb and the auxiliary, depending on the focus. Like sometimes we have wo nahi aaya tha, ya wo aaya nahi tha. So either we have focus on the both aya and tha. So we are using before the complex verb aya tha, or the compound verb aya tha. And if we are having the focus only the tha, so we use before the in the nahi negation before the tha. So he hadn't come. So the meaning of this he hadn't come, and the meaning of it wasn't that he came. वो आया नहीं था, वो नहीं आया था. So that is the focus of negation. So we are focusing on either the auxiliary tha, or we are focusing on both aya. So here the aya is also become negative. So it has different types of focus in sentences to give the different in meaning. Sometimes we have ellipses that we have already discussed in colloquial speech. We are not using the verb auxiliary, like सब ठीक. So we are, instead of using सब ठीक है, we are using सब ठीक. Instead of saying मैं आ गया हूँ, we are saying मैं आ गया. So this kind of ellipsis we have also in some colloquial speech. So it has different use in the different varieties. So in the standard, that is the rule. So you use this kind of auxiliary in the particular sentence, but in some variety, in some colloquial speech, they might delete or omitted or ellipsis omitted that particular auxiliary. So in the more formal speeches, in more formal discussion, we are using auxiliaries. But in sometimes the casual inquiry in exclamation or the headline style phrase. So the headline style phrase means most of the time you have seen in the newspaper. So we are not using the functional word in the newspaper. We try to delete the functional words like functional like auxiliaries, like articles, like conjunction. We are not using those functions. We are using only contained word in the headlines. So in those cases, we are deleting the auxiliaries for headline purpose. Tense auxiliaries, that is the aspectual combination. So like auxiliary combined with participles, that is to make it progressive, perfective, and habitual to create the compound tense aspect construction. Like वो लिख रहा है, and like वो लिख चुका है, वो लिखेगा, वो लिखता है. So वो लिख चुका है perfective, वो लिख रहा है is progressive, and वो लिखेगा is the future, and वो लिखता है is the habitual. So all these aspects or all these participles created by these auxiliary, like either it is the progressive in this case, or perfective in this case, or the future in this case, or the habitual in this case. So all these aspects or participle we are creating by just adding the auxiliaries in a sentence. So the progressive aspect or the progressive participle express the ongoing or the continuous action by just adding raha. And the number or Urdu, Hindi, so we have example like वो सो रही है and वो सो रहा है sometimes. And perfective we are completion, so it is the implication of already, something happened already. So like example मैं खा चुका हूँ. For future वो आएगा. For habitual वो रोज पढ़ता है. वो रोज खाता है, वो रोज नहाता है. This kind of example is used for the habitual aspect. So it is actually created by the use of auxiliaries. So in linguistic explanation, it has some morphosyntactic role, means it modify both things. It is modified the verbs or the any word. So mostly it modifying the verbs or the verb phrase, and it also modifying the sentence. So with different subject, with different object, we are using different types of auxiliary. So it has both role, like morphosyntactic role. So it function as the light verb combined with lexical or the complex predicate, but they carry the inflection like tense and feature, and that is the demonstrate the analytical or analytic morphology. So that taint aspect marked through the auxiliary combination rather than verb inflection. But in some language, it could be there, if there is no auxiliary, so the tense or aspect inflection or the changes can only be denoted or expressed by the inflection in the main verb. But in Urdu Hindi, we have the auxiliary verb. So this inflection, the tense and aspect inflection, or the changes in the tense and aspect, is actually expressed by either auxiliary or by the combination of main verb and auxiliaries. So auxiliary has the role in this modification of tense and aspect. So from the semantic and pragmatic views, auxiliary also include the epistemic instance or temporal perspective. So like hoga indicate the in reference like he must be and rather than the future prediction.